Oh yeah, this is amazing.
We usually go out of town to find nice weather, so it's nice to be in your own city and be able to walk around.
Oh, it's just beautiful today. We're so happy to be here in downtown Portland.
It's been beautiful out. I'm kind of sweating today. It's like, almost wish it kind of cooled down a little bit now.
We feel you, we really do. The cold, wet weather is gone for at least a few days, and we're seeing record heat today. It was shorts and t-shirt weather for people enjoying the day at Washington Park.
And this evening, almost everywhere in the Pacific Northwest, it is absolutely beautiful. From much of the coast to the Willamette Valley to the Gorge, the sun is shining. Lots of folks, the two of us included here, are definitely smiling.
It is so nice today. How nice is it, you ask, David? So nice. We sent Matt Zaffino out into the sunshine at Westmoreland Park. Matt, we're getting close to 90 degrees today.
We certainly are. So the ducks have the right idea. Get in the water. I mean, we've been watching this family of ducks here, and there's like 20 baby ducklings here. I know that's redundant. 20 ducklings rolling around following mom in the water there, which is a great thing to do, right? Because it's hot outside. I can't believe I'm saying hot after the weather we've had for most of the month of April. Okay, let's check out the numbers. The high temperatures are in. In Portland, we topped out at 88 degrees, which is a record for the date. Did not make 90 here, but they sure did in Hillsborough, 90. Kelso, 90. Aurora, 91. Wow, pretty impressive for April 28th, especially when you consider what we had been doing for much of the rest of April. There's a look at Portland right now. It is just clear and beautiful. Humidity is still really low. We still have a little bit of an east wind at the Portland airport, but that's going to switch later on tonight. And tomorrow will be a little bit cooler, but still in the 80s. And again, we'll check out those high temperatures one more time, and then we'll talk. Well, I want to do this. Warmest day of the year so far, of course, is today. The old record was 82, so we blew it out of the water by 6 degrees. That's a big jump. 1998 still holds on to the hottest April day we've ever had. That was April 30th when it hit 90, and that's also the earliest 90-degree temperature Portland has ever had. So looks like we're not going to hit 90, but 88, close enough for most people. And there are people out here enjoying it, but I gotta tell you though, the playground, which is right over there, is pretty quiet. I think a lot of people are like, no, it's too hot to be out there. People are hanging in the shade, which is what I'm going to do in just a minute. Guys?
Looking snazzy in those shades, I gotta say. We'll check in with you in just a little bit. Thanks so, Matt. In our homeless crisis tonight on Thursday, we brought you a progress report on the Safe Rest Village in Portland's Multnomah Village neighborhood. Now today, 1 year after it opened, we went to see how it's going at Vancouver's Hope Village. Tim Gordon went to check it out.
I must be traveling on.
It was a midday party along East 4th Plain Boulevard inside Hope Village. Resident Jody Kaiser is glad to be here, off the streets for 2 months.
I'm celebrating all these great, wonderful people. Look at them. And there's everybody here. It's like a family, totally.
This was a day to celebrate what's been happening here for 1 full year. The smiles are for the successes that come when people who want to get out of homelessness are given a chance with a tiny home and a lot of support.
Everybody treated me like family from the second I got here. I mean, I instantly felt welcome, and I'm new to the whole homeless game.
John Whitner and his wife are close to being able to rent again after living in this safe stay community for the past 8 months. There are 20 units here capable of holding 2 people each, although most residents are single with a unit to themselves, setting them up as a temporary home.
This is my lounge. And I mean, it's been put together the way I want it, where I like it.
Micah Thompson is celebrating being here after spending 5 years living in his truck.
My life, a lot less chaotic. Just the people here alone, and all listening to their stories is completely worth being here.
A place for everyone, now even for dogs like Nova.
When you found out that they were going to, Fences for Fido was going to hook you up.
Oh man, we could be more happier. She stayed in here that whole day. I couldn't get her out of here.
And there are stories happening inside this community, like Jody's special guests living under her pod.
There's bunny under my hut because I have grass. Because I have
rabbits.
Yeah,
oh my God.
There's like 8 rabbits under my hut, and that's so no. There has been something thudding back to me.
And while they're celebrating the 1-year anniversary here at Hope Village, they're also planning for Vancouver's 3rd Safe Stay community in downtown. That has been delayed, but they hope to have it open by late summer. In Vancouver, Tim Gordon, KGW News.
Well, it has happened again on 82nd Avenue. This time, a man in a wheelchair was hit and killed while crossing an intersection. And now police are searching for the driver who took off. Our Alma McCarty's at Northeast 82nd and Gleason where this happened. And sadly, Alma, we've heard this before. This is a notoriously dangerous stretch of road.
Laurel, it certainly is, between the people driving too fast or recklessly or just not paying attention to the road during the day, but especially at night. Portland Fire and Rescue, who were out here, just after midnight responding to this deadly crash, explained it can be just really dangerous to cross in this area at night because there's little to no visibility, and paired with those dangerous drivers. Portland police explained they are still collecting evidence, hoping to get more surveillance video from nearby businesses, but the initial information shows the victim was likely crossing Gleason Street in or near a crosswalk. Officers are unsure about the status of the walk sign or the traffic light. The driver left the scene before the crash was called in to police. Firefighters and paramedics tried to save the man's life, but he died at the scene. Those who live and work nearby tell me it's upsetting, but unfortunately, a deadly crash like this isn't unexpected.
Yeah, 82nd is bad. This intersection in particular seems to be really problematic. I see a lot of kids working here, or not working, but walking here, crossing both sides to catch buses.
People don't always pay attention. Some people, there are those who do pay attention, but especially around nighttime, it's just, that's the crazy time.
Now, PBOT is in the process of making improvements to 82nd Avenue, both short-term fixes and long-term redesign solutions after taking control of the road from ODOT last year. They're focusing on putting in better crosswalks, better lighting, slowing drivers down, and making sure that they're not able to speed through multiple lights. Back to you.
Yeah, Alma, all very important steps there. Thank you. The Marion County Sheriff's Office is searching for a thief they say started a fire inside a Salem Target store before he stole a bunch of merchandise. We've got some surveillance photos of the suspect from last Saturday at the Target on Center Street. Deputies say he lit a fire in the toy aisle as a diversion and then took off with his haul out the back door. If you recognize him, contact the Marion County Sheriff's Office. Well, remember this video of a boater who appeared to intentionally hit sea lions in the Columbia? This is from near Hayden Island on April 3rd, with the skipper there appearing to weave back and forth right over the animals at rest. Now the National Ocean and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, is offering a $20,000 reward. They say the boat is a 19 to 20 foot aluminum Usecraft Pro V Sea Runner with a dark blue stripe down the side. You can reach out to NOAA if you have any information.
Now to a developing story involving one of Oregon's highest-ranking elected officials. Secretary of State Shemia Fagan is defending her decision to moonlight as a consultant for a troubled marijuana dispensary chain. Investigative reporter Kylie Bushy's been following the story for us. He joins us in the newsroom. Kyle.
Laurel, this arrangement with a cannabis company deserves a closer look for a number of reasons. First, it's unusual, although not unheard of, for a statewide elected official to have a side job. There are questions about timely disclosure and the potential for a conflict of interest. Oregon Secretary of State Shemia Fagan confirms she took a side job as a paid consultant for the owners of a troubled marijuana dispensary chain. As first reported by Willamette Week, Shemia Fagan started working for the owners of La Moda in February. Court records indicate the company and associated businesses have racked up millions of dollars in unpaid taxes and been sued repeatedly for not paying their bills. At the same time, the owners have made big donations to top Democrats, including Fagan. It's not clear what type of work Fagan is doing or how much she's being paid for her side gig. A spokesperson said she's consulting on projects outside of Oregon.
For the record, my name is Shemia Fagan.
The situation is complicated by the fact Fagan has spoken about the need for transparency and trust, including at this recent Senate committee meeting.
And my mission as Secretary of State is to build trust between the people of Oregon and their state government.
Yet she didn't publicly disclose the side gig until April, when pushed by a reporter. Additionally, as Secretary of State, Fagan oversees state audits, which included an audit of Oregon's regulations on the cannabis industry. the very industry in which she's been hired to act as a consultant. During a press conference about the audit's findings Friday, the audit director explained Fagan recused herself from involvement after taking the consulting job.
So the secretary was not involved in the reporting process, reviewing the report, providing feedback on the report, on any of the conclusions at all.
As Secretary of State, Fagan makes $77,000 a year. While unusual, it's not unheard of for statewide elected officials to take on side jobs. Fagan also teaches part-time at Willamette University. Prior to taking her consulting gig in February, emails indicate Fagan reached out to a state ethics investigator asking for clarity on conflicts of interest. Oregon law bars public officials from using their positions for personal gain. According to Fagan's spokesperson, the secretary faces no actual or potential conflict of interest because she recused herself from the audit, adding, Secretary Fagan prioritizes her public service and completes any work for her private contracts during her free time. It's worth noting Fagan did not seek a formal opinion from State Ethics Commission. This afternoon, Republican leaders accused Fagan of committing, quote, major ethics violations, end quote, and called on her to resign. The Secretary of State has not been available for comment.